Hey, what's up, William?
Nothing, Dig. Nothing, Daryl.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just hanging around.
You better.
Alright, well, were you upset when, they cut Christianity out of your novel, Lord of the Flies?
I was furious, Daryl. Furious.
You were furious.
I was beyond
I would
furious.
be really
Oh,
furious.
Big topic to me. Cut it out. Furious.
Oh, boy.
Furious.
Alright, why and how did you come up with such a complex novel? Why was it such a good-selling book?
I'm just crazy, and I like to think that I'm crazy, because when I think that I'm crazy, I think crazy things. And thinking crazy things is the basis of life.
Yeah, you gotta be crazy.
I'm crazy.
You're crazy, man.
Crazy for you, Daryl.
Whoa, don't get that.
Alright.
No. Alright. Alright. I'm scared now. But...
You better.
Whoa. Alright, why did you want to, write poetry? What made you choose that?
You know, I didn't really necessarily want to write poetry. I stuck with writing novels, but poetry was always me because I'm crazy, and I'm a great crazy poet. I'm
Crazy.
better than Edgar Allan Poe. I am crazy.
Crazy. You're a wild man.
I am
Wild boy.
crazy.
Oh, boy.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so how did your childhood just, come into play with this?
Well, my parents were crazy. And
And they were wild, weren't they?
they were crazy.
Oh,
They were crazy. And I just I did nothing but just write and write and write, and I just wrote some more. And at the end, I just started to write some more.
yeah, I mean, that sounds like you. You're definitely a hard worker
Oh,
in school.
definitely.
You have to do good in school.
Definitely.
Alright, here we go. What was the reaction when Lord of the Flies became a Nobel Peace Prize?
I was happy. For once, I wasn't crazy, and I was smiling. For once. For once.
It's a good reaction.
Great.
There we go. Thanks for coming in, William.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
It's going good.
I mean, you're my buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, why was your song Every Day so significant into the decade?
I was in 4 movies, Mischief to be exact. It's a great movie. And everyone knew it. Everyone loved it. It's just a good song.
I sure loved it.
Mhm.
How do you come up with your different lyrics to all your songs?
Honestly, I just sat down one day and wrote what came to mind. And ended up being successful, so I went with it.
Alright. Why did you get interested in writing and music and stuff like that?
I've been interested in music since I was a little kid growing up. Just grew up around it.
A little orphan.
Sure.
Where did you grow up, and how did you get the background?
I grew up in Lubbock, Texas, to be exact. And my background, my parents were just musicians too. They weren't really big musicians, just doing karaoke here and there. I just got into it, and I went big.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Explain exactly how how music inspired you to write.
How it inspired me to write.
Write all the music.
I came out with a song. It was good. I came out with another song. It was good. So I just kept writing. Kept, letting people enjoy it.
All right. Have you ever had any trouble with any of the workers that you worked with during
Oh
your
yeah.
songs?
They could be real. They can stick it to you. I'll just say that. But I handle it pretty well. I keep my cool. I don't let my temper get the best of me. I like that.
It's a good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Here with us today is Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Hello.
Hello. My name is Buddy Holly.
Now I understand you have had many songs at the top of the charts. What does it take to reach that point of recognition? Please tell me. No.
Take skill, big boy.
Big.
Something you don't have.
Oh.
Okay. I like the confidence. Now, what is it that compels you to write this kind of trash that you write?
My mom and trash, huh? Yeah, see about that. Since I was a young kid, I've always played the guitar, and she's always supported me throughout my career. I keep writing because I know my mom loves it. Mr. Interviewer.
She sounds like a swell individual. Anyways, in this age of music, the standards have completely changed since past decades. Could you enlighten us on that?
Way to put two and two together there, Mr. Morgan. Anyway, my mom is a complete sweetheart. And music has changed incredibly. You're right about something for once. Anyway, them damn Germans coming to war with us. Anyway, the standards are so low now for music. You can make a song about anything and it'll hit number one. Music was in its prime back when it was my day. That's all I gotta say, Mr. Interviewer.
Thank you for your patience, fellas.
Yep.
And here's Buddy Holly and the Crickets playing their hit single. What song are you going to play for us?
I
forget the name.
Cut it.
The economic boom of the post-war decade has brought many innovations. One example I would like to discuss is the cars that have been coming off the assembly lines in the past several years. Automotive businesses such as General Motors, Chrysler have changed their product to style over substance. These companies based their designs from jets of the World War with features such as chrome, tail fins, and radios. Cars are also increasing in length, weight, which also means power is also an innovation. With the V8 engines, cars are becoming faster and more of a thrill for consumers. It's easy to say automobiles in the 50s so far have been everything but basic transportation. Stop.
All right, hi there. This is Dennis, and I want to ask you some questions involving feminism.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, first off, can you sum up the feminist movement for me?
Yes, I can.
All right, go ahead, sir.
The feminist movement was started in the U.S. and then moved to Europe. In the 1960s, women began to work and be educated with men. A big change, and 37.7% of women began work in 1960. Still, a lot of women stayed at home, which didn't get them too much, while the ones that worked were able to have a lot more. The men made sure they still were getting paid more than women. A quote from the Women's National Organization is, "Stop being victims, start being victors." Women still had no rights to own property, as well to do some other things. The National Organization of Women started in 1966.
Oh, wow. That said a lot. Well, you pretty much answered every question I had for you, so I have nothing else to say. You know what? Thank you, Dave. Thanks.
How are you doing today, Mark?
Alright, and you?
Good. Now let's start this interview.
How was your family's TV show?
Very well. It was very popular.
What made you try rock and roll?
My brother and the show my parents had. It was the Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. Made it easy to perform in front of an audience.
When did you start rock and roll?
March 25th, 1957. I recorded 3 songs right away.
How good was The Poor Little Fool?
Real good. It held the top spot for 2 consecutive weeks.
Who wrote your songs?
They were written for me by a southern rock musician living in Hollywood.
What was something that made it you?
One big thing, I was the one to start the thing looking off camera, my eyes slowly opening and closing, and my swollen lip bobbing.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your band?
My band, which was my brother and friends, which all died in a plane crash on their way to a New Year's Eve job in 1985.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Nelson. Well, thank you and have a nice day. Here with us today is MLK Jr.
Thank you very much.
What is your goal for your marches across the U.S.?
My goal is to one day, be equal to a white man.
Why did you do your famous I Have a Dream speech in front of the Lincoln Memorial?
Why did I do it? I thought that it was fitting because, Lincoln, he freed slaves.
How do you feel about Malcolm X's more assertive approach to protesting civil rights?
I feel that his choice to decide how he wants to protest is completely up to him.
When would you say civil rights began?
I would say it started in probably 1947 when, they wanted to desegregate the military.
Our final question is, when do you think it will be over?
Whenever Congress decides to pass Civil Rights Act. So, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Alright, thank you. Yeah.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Alright, what up, Bill? We're here with you today, Mr. Cosby.
What's up?
Nothing, man. Welcome to the show. Alright, Bill, we have a few questions to ask you, if you don't mind.
Alright, let's get to it.
Alright, so what are you famous for, Billy?
I'm famous for acting in as many shows and...
Interesting.
Yeah.
For how many years did you act for?
From 1950 through the 1990s.
Really, Bill? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you must love acting, Mr. Cosby. Now to the next question. Where did your acting take place?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, why did you start acting, if you don't mind me asking?
I just got a lot of enjoyment out of it and thought it was really interesting.
Well, that's a very good reason. Now, how did you, start your acting career? How did you get into it?
I just attended Temple University and just did stand-up shows. And,
Good for you,
yeah.
Billy. I see. Now, what was one of your, most greatest accomplishments in your acting career?
Probably my greatest one was just my stand-up hit I got. And
I remember that, Bill.
Little old man.
Tell me
It was
something
little old
about
man.
yourself that not many people know, Bill.
Well, all my children's name starts with E.
That's
or excitement.
unique, Bill. That's unique. Did they help you, ignite your career and, what'd you do?
Yeah, they really did. I
Did
love
they?
my kids.
That's a funny way to start a career, Bill, in a nightclub. Anyway, thanks for watching and thanks for being here. And
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, Bill.
We're going on a mission in a Nephra space shuttle with astronaut Michael Jastat, astronaut Alex Neff, astronaut Dakota Johnson, astronaut Alex Turner, and astronaut Anthony Setner. He died in an astronaut accident. Here we go.
You ready for takeoff?
Aye, aye, Captain.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Hello everyone, I'm joined here by Neil Armstrong.
Hello, thanks for having me on the show.
No problem, Neil. I just have a few questions I would love to ask you.
No problem. Oh, bring it.
What are you famous for?
I'm famous for being the first man to walk on the moon.
That's incredible. When did you walk on the moon?
I set foot on the moon on July 20th, 1969.
Where did you start your career?
I started my career working on NASA's Glenn Research Center.
That's a great place to start. Why did you want to become an astronaut?
I discovered I wanted to be an astronaut when I attended Purdue University, became a part of a plane team, and went to the U.S. Navy when I was halfway done with college. After that, I returned to college to finish. Then my plane team became a part of NASA. That was the start of being the first person to set foot on the moon.
Very interesting. Is there any more interesting facts you would like to share with us?
Well, I was on the top of my airplane flying the X-15 rocket.
Nice. Did you have any other space shuttle flights before your flight to the moon?
Whoa! 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 Almost an aircraft.
Oh my god.
Yes, indeed. My first flight was in Gemini 8 in 1966.
Wow, I never knew that. Do you know who was the first person to make it to space?
Yes, I do. It was Mr. Shepard on May 5th, 1961.
Interesting. Do you know who the second man on the moon was? Where the hell are we? Here.
That was Edwin Aldrin Jr.
I'm sure you heard of the original 7. How did they become famous?
The original 7 went through the NASA screening of 473 military service officers on April 9, 1959 for the Mercury astronauts. Where?
Very neat. Well, that's Neil Armstrong. Thanks everyone for listening, and thank you, Neil.
Anytime, man. Let's go walk on the moon, guys.
For the credits.